Hello and welcome to another edition of the Matt Z WWE show. Today I'm going to be giving you my predictions for WrestleMania 29, April 7th, MetLife Arena, MetLife Stadium, whatever you want to call it. And let's kick off. So first off, the Funkadactyls, Ambrose Clay and Tensai versus Team Rhodes Scholars and the Bella Twins. I've got down the Funkadactyls and Tensai and Brodus Clay to win this one, especially with Naomi, well, the Funkadactyls losing to Brie and Nikki Bella on Raw. That kind of, points towards the other team winning at WrestleMania. Chris Jericho versus Fandango. Now this one is an interesting one because actually, up until recently, I would have said to you, I'd have said, yeah, of course Chris Jericho's going to win this. But I'm starting to have doubts. I'm starting to think, I'm reading a lot that Vince McMahon likes Fandango, stuff like this. So this one's a tough one to call. Actually, probably one of the toughest to call of the night. So, which could make this a decent match. Although Fandango cannot wrestle very well, by what the fans think anyway. He's a good dancer, but he's not the greatest wrestler, so we'll see what happens here. But I'd expect Chris Jericho to win. I'm going to stick with my gut instinct. I'm going to stick with Chris Jericho to win. I just don't think they can keep jobbing Chris Jericho out to these up-and-coming stars. I mean, he has to win some matches to stay legitimate, so let's be clear here. We've got Team Hell No versus Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston. This is a fairly tough one to call, but I'm going to go with Team Hell No here. You do generally see more faces than heels winning at WrestleMania, so that's really my reasoning behind this one. Dolph Ziggler, of course, does need the push, but has that ever made WWE make him win matches before? No, he's already lost clean to Daniel Bryan and Kane numerous times. Ryback versus Mark Henry, definite Ryback victory in my mind. I can't see anything but a Ryback shell shock for the victory here. And I don't expect it to be the greatest wrestling match, but it'll be interesting, to say the least, watching Ryback try and shell shock the world's strongest man, or the former world's strongest man, after someone beat his weightlifting record, I heard. But anyway, The Shield versus Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Big Show. Well, this one, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I expect The Shield to win. It could be a Randy Orton heel turn, it could be a Big Show just go crazy and attack his own team, but I do expect The Shield to win this one. They've built them up to this point. What would be the point in having them lose now? I think The Shield, I'm pretty confident The Shield are going to win this one. So then we go to Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger. A lot of people going for Jack Swagger, interested in this one. But I actually see Alberto Del Rio retaining his World Heavyweight Championship here via a cross-arm breaker. And I think this will be a good match. I think this is the match with the best story leading into the night, in my opinion. The build-up to this match has been strong. Since Elimination Chamber, this match has been built like a proper feud, like a championship match should be built. Maybe the wrestler card could take notice, especially the main event. But this match has been built to feel personal. Zeb Colt has done a good job of building towards the match, as has Ricardo Rodriguez. He does sell a move very well, Ricardo Rodriguez. He can sell the idea of being in pain to the fans well, when he's had his ankle broken and things like that. So this feels personal. It feels like they need to beat each other up, sort of thing. But I expect to see an Alberto Del Rio victory with a cross-arm breaker. Although a lot of people are talking about a Dolph Ziggler cash-in, I do not expect to see that. I expect to see that at Extreme Rules. But you never know, that could be... I just don't think they'd shove it on this card when you've got all these things happening, because Dolph Ziggler would sort of be undermined by the other matches on the card. Have it at Extreme Rules, and it'd be more of one of the main features on the card, if you see my point. It maybe could even steal the show, whereas at WrestleMania, not a lot of people are going to remember it when you've got the next 3 matches coming up, which I'm about to talk about. So, Triple H versus Brock Lesnar, no holds barred. Triple H retires if Lesnar wins. Interesting one. I actually think Triple H will win this. That is my prediction. That is my pick, Triple H. However, if I was a creative writer, I'd have Brock Lesnar win it without a doubt. With the contract he signed for 2 years, he needs to be booked strong, in my opinion, but that didn't stop him when he came back and lost to John Cena clean straight away. So, don't rely on WWE to make guys that need to look strong. So, the feel-good moment is for Triple H to win here. And WrestleMania is often about feel-good moments. So, I expect to see Triple H win clean here. I expect it to be a good match nonetheless. A lot of people not hating on this match because it's a rematch. Yes, it's a rematch. I've said that numerous times. But it still will be a good match, and it'll be... I expect there to be a lot of blood. I expect it to be definitely a different type of match than what we saw at SummerSlam. I expect there to be a lot of weapon use in this match, which will make it entertaining, especially for, you hardcore fans. So, The Undertaker vs CM Punk. This one, I'm actually starting to believe in CM Punk a bit more. However, my pick is The Undertaker, of course. I cannot go against The Undertaker. You've got percentage-wise, there's a lot bigger percentage chance of The Undertaker winning than there is CM Punk winning. That's the way I look at it. However, there is maybe a 5-10% chance of CM Punk winning. That's the way I feel anyway. And it feels like it's just grown up with this storyline, the way it's going. It just feels CM Punk has made me believe, and I know that's just because he's a good storyteller, but he has made me believe he can win. You know, he's made the storyline. The story feels as if CM Punk can win. It feels as if CM Punk is maybe set to win and break the streak. However, I think at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, The Undertaker will pick up the win. However, I expect this match to get a good half hour. I expect this match to steal the show. You heard it right, steal the show. I expect this to be the best match on the card. And if WWE Creative want to do something great, they should have this as the main event. I know, let's go for something different as the main event. You know, The Rock Cena, we could have that lower on, just swap them around. Have The Undertaker vs CM Punk as the very last match on the card. And have The Rock Cena, you know, separated by a mid-card match in between them to get the crowd going again. That could be special, you know. The Undertaker vs CM Punk to close the show. I mean, a lot of people are interested in this match. A lot of people aren't interested in The Rock vs John Cena, especially considering it was the main event last year. And I can think of a lot of people that would be more satisfied if The Undertaker vs CM Punk did close the show out. So now we get onto the main event. The Rock versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. Now, I cannot see past one person winning this match. I'll tell you who that is in a minute. But as for the build-up to this match, it's been virtually non-existent until the last 2 weeks, and even then it has not been the greatest. I mean, John Cena cut a promo to kick off Raw, The Rock cut a promo midway through Raw, you know, not the greatest. They had their Q&A, with The Rock bottom John Cena. Not great. You know, you got the John Laurinaitis segment on SmackDown. I don't even watch SmackDown, but I've heard John Laurinaitis is back, wanted to side with The Rock, and The Rock wouldn't let him. Is that pointing towards John Laurinaitis teaming with one of these? Is John Laurinaitis going to be involved in this match? Because if he is, that throws a curveball into it. However, my pick, at the end of the day, the pick that you have to go with, the safest pick, in my opinion, for this would be John Cena to win this match clean. And even if there was something bizarre to happen in this match, like a heel turn, it would be John Cena turning heel. So in my mind, either way, John Cena is going to win this match. It's just whether or not he turns heel. And I'd say there's only about a 5% chance he will turn heel. Because at the end of the day, people talk about this heel turn every year. I'm the same. I talk about this heel turn every year. It never happens. It never, you know, you build yourself up and it just doesn't happen. You think you're going to see it and it just doesn't happen. So don't get yourself too excited for it, because I wouldn't expect it. I wouldn't expect John Cena to turn heel here. However, I would expect John Cena to win the match clean with maybe... How about this? I read somewhere. How about if they do this? How about if they have The Rock go for an attitude adjustment and then John Cena FUs him? Or attitude adjustments him, sorry. That would be cool, because, you know, that's the complete opposite of what happened last year with John Cena going for a people's elbow and then getting rock bottomed and losing. So they could do something like that. That would be interesting. That would be a cool way to end the match, in my opinion. I don't expect this to steal the show, but I think it could be, you know, a decent match. The crowd will be in it, so that will hopefully help. So, you know, there's my thoughts. So my final picks basically are the Funkadactyls and Brodus Clay and Tensai, Chris Jericho, Team Hell No, Ryback, The Shield, Alberto Del Rio, Triple H, The Undertaker, and John Cena. So you'll notice there's a lot of faces that are going to win, and that's the way I see it going down. The Shield being really the only heel team to win a match, as far as I've got it. So, thanks for watching. This has been another episode of the Matt Z WWE Show. Please be sure to like the video, check out my other videos, and be sure to check out on Monday I will be posting my review of WrestleMania 29, so be sure to check that one up. Thanks for watching. See ya.